Welcome to this AMX CDC replay. As you can see, Cheezix is back, and this time he is driving the CDC, and he's platooned up with Jack Shepard and Smasher 132 from Kitty. And let's see what he can do here on Lakeville. So CDC, tier 8 French, really light medium tank. The name would actually imply that it is a tank destroyer, but it is a medium tank in the game. And the camo is that of a medium tank as well. So this tank has virtually no armor. It's got quite a nice gun, but basically anything that hits you will penetrate, and HE shells will do massive amounts of damage. So I mean, Cheezix is taking a bit of a risk here to play this aggressively at the front line. There's only one RT though, but they have a KV2, so yeah, if you get shot by the KV2 or the RT, it's basically the end of the match. So he's staying safe here. Don't want to get hit by anything at the moment, and this is sort of how you should play the CDC, at least at the start of the battle, because you don't want to lose all your HP at the start of the battle. You want to have that HP to trade later on, because you don't have armor to bounce shots. So at the end game you actually need to tank the damage if you want to do the damage in most of the cases. So at the start of the match you play this basically as a TD, so long range sniping if at all possible, and don't go brawling. So his platoon mate in the ISU 152 is just trying to get some fire in here. We can see most of Cheezix's team is actually in the pass, and this is something I've noticed the last couple of months. It seems that a lot more people actually go into this pass rather than the city, which I think is quite retarded to begin with, because the pass has got really horrible terrain resistance values for all the tanks, so you get bogged down there. RT can easily shoot into the pass and do loads of damage, and here we can see Cheezix after a couple of minutes actually managed to do some more damage as well. The CDC has a really good and quite accurate gun, but this being a French gun, it can be quite potato sometimes in terms of hitting its targets. He misses the KV2 unfortunately. But, I mean, the pass seems to be holding well. But yeah, as I was saying, I really don't know where this whole idea came from that you should currently fight this map in the pass. Before, actually, that flank used to be completely avoided by pretty much anyone apart from the stupid players. And now it seems that the majority of teams just go to the pass. So either the pass has suddenly been changed and become good, which I highly doubt, so maybe it just means that there's more stupid players in this game now. But yeah, you should always try and go into the city, not only because it's easier to defend your base from that side, because you've got this slope down, going down basically, so you can go hull down if you need to defend your cap circle. But also because there's way more cover for RT and opportunities to flank enemies rather than just a linear pass. Cheezix manages to put quite some nice fire into this KV2, still fighting long range, almost at the maximum of his view range. That friendly KV2 was spotting for him, but unfortunately the friendly KV2 has died, so Cheezix doesn't want to be the actual guy at the front. Because while he's got quite a good view range, as soon as he's spotted he gets basically wrecked. And as we can see, the enemy team is pushing through the middle as well, and this is actually looking quite bleak for Cheezix's team. As we can see, their platoon is still alive, but there are quite a lot of tanks behind at the moment. And the T-34-85 will jump off the cliff now, which is a bit unfortunately, and we can see the enemy CDC actually coming in. So Cheezix pulls back, but has this really nice bush to actually shoot through. CDC stops, and I really don't know why, because there's nothing in front of him, so I don't know what he was thinking, but Cheezix managed to put a nice shot in. His ISU platoon mate puts a massive shot in, and he managed to finish the CDC off. So now they've just got the Panther in the middle. The enemy TVP VTU managed to drown himself, so yeah, super skilled driving there. So that actually makes it easier for Cheezix's team to try and pull this back. Panther managed to see the CDC die in front of him, and I think got shot as well, but he still insists on pushing, which is kinda a little bit special. But now we can see this Tiger coming up, but still Cheezix focuses the Panther. At these stages of the battle, it's important to get rid of as many enemy guns as possible. You don't need to kill the most important enemy gun, but you just need to reduce their numbers, because if you've got multiple guns firing at you, it's always worse than if you've got to account for, say, 2 or 1 enemy gun. So they did the right thing here, kill the Panther. And still the pass is holding, and I mean, it's a nice Mexican standoff, but was it useful for all those tanks to actually go there and just stare at each other angrily? No, not really. Cheezix has loaded the premium ammo. He doesn't want to take chances at this point in the match. He just wants to kill the enemy because they still outnumbered them. Well, now their scores are equal, but before they were outnumbered. Friendly Tiger or T-150 dies to the enemy Tiger, but Cheezix managed to kill the Tiger P, and now they managed to have killed the entire left flank here, so that's good. So now we've just got the enemies in the pass left. A little bit holding back 4 tanks, which is quite impressive by itself. Cheezix again kills the one shot, taking out the gun out of the game, and now it's just 3 enemy tanks and an arty left against, well, 3 friendly tanks and an arty, but an ISU is not really a tank, but it can do a lot of damage. So Cheezix, having been spotted on the right hand side, actually goes to the left. Try and shoot this FCM. Nice shot into the side of the turret. FCM quickly thinks about shooting, but Cheezix is in cover. Tries to snap another shot in. He's still got premium loaded. I don't know if that was on purpose or just emergency. I guess emergency, because it's quite a close match. But nice snapshot into the FCM. I mean, the French guns, especially on this tank, because the problem with the CDC is it has a lot of mobility, really good power to weight ratio, and that means that the dispersion values are absolutely crazy. I mean, that's one of the things that I would like to see on the CDC, a slight buff to the dispersion, because while the aim time is quite good, the speed basically just kills the aim time at the same time. But now they've really nicely pulled this score back. Super Pershing, kill number 9. And now it's just arty left. So Cheezix, and here you can see the terrible terrain resistance values in this pass. How slow you basically turn. I mean, he can't even avoid these racks. The problem is, ooh, nice. So the arty didn't manage to kill him, and Cheezix has got HE loaded, which I've made this mistake in the past. These 90mm HE shells are absolutely terrible for taking on arty. It's far better to actually use the AP shells. But as I was saying, these terrain resistance values are pretty much from when this game was released in 2010 or 2011. They're really terrible. I mean, they should actually be updated maybe on this map, because it's so frustrating. He's still got HE loaded. The arty is a guaranteed one shot if you use AP. So yeah, I would have switched to AP here, but it kind of works out. He managed to luckily track the arty, and that's his saving actually. So yeah, nice finishes off the arty, and that was the CDC match from Cheezix on Lakeville. So let's go to the results. So here we see Cheezix's results in the AMX CDC. As we can see, he got an ace tanker obviously, but he also got a pulse medal for 10 kills or more. He got a high caliber and a top gun for 6 kills or more, which is sort of logical. As you can see, he managed to get 1519 basic speed, 3600 damage, 10 kills. I mean, his platoon did alright actually. I mean, they combined, they did 7, 9, or like almost 8.5, 9,000 damage, which is a really nice result. Also, he managed to make 52,000 credits profit, but obviously there was some premium ammo being spent in the match itself, so that sort of brings the profit down. But I mean, still, it's almost half the amount that he got. So yeah, really nice result. So hope you liked the replay. If you did, feel free to rate it, subscribe to the channel, and see you guys next time.